Want to change somebody's behaviors, correct? We want to change, or if we want change, it's the result of behaviors being different, right? So, 5 drivers of behavior. We'll walk through these real quick here. No particular order, it's just the order is in which I remember them, all right? So that's how they go up here, okay? Communication. Driver of behavior, number 1. All right, so if you want somebody's behavior to change, you've got to be communicating the right message. You've got to be communicating the right message. You have to be communicating the right depth, the degree of complexity, or the degree of information. You've got to be communicating to the right people. You've got to communicate the right way. You've got to communicate various different methods, email, discussions, meetings, etc. You have to challenge yourself and go, okay, what communication am I giving? Is the communication the message that I'm sending? Is it contrary to other messages that people are hearing? What's going to happen if there's conflicting messages being sent out? What's going to happen with people's behavior? They're going to get frustrated. And odds are they're just going to sit tight. You're saying this, you're saying this, I don't know what to do, I'll just, I guess, kind of maybe do my own thing. Or glean my own understanding of what you're trying to talk about. All right, so communication. Training. You want somebody's behavior to change, what's the training that you're giving them? Are you training them in the new way? And what does your training look like? Is it just simply, here you go, here's your standards, your work standards. Go forth and produce. What did I say yesterday? Remember there's scrap learning? There's scrap training as well? Most people need that follow-up. Regardless of how good the initial training was, and people are going to need that follow-up. They're going to need that. So what does your training look like to ensure that it's successful? Are you training people in the right things that are going to cause them to change their behavior? If you don't provide me with the training I need, I'm just going to continue again to do it the existing way. Metrics. How do metrics drive behavior? What do you think? Give them goals. Give them goals?
See when they're doing well and see when they're doing bad.
Yeah, exactly. Set that standard up, that comparison there, but it's the goals. And you better be measuring me on the new behavior. Don't measure me on the old stuff, because if that's what you're measuring me on, and that's what you're judging me on, and that's determining whether I get a bonus, I get a raise, I get a promotion, whatever it might be, I'm going to continue to perform based upon these metrics right here. All right? So, communication, training, metrics. Rewards or recognition. Rewards are oftentimes, well, number 1, are you rewarding the right behaviors? Are you rewarding the behaviors that you want? Anybody seen somebody or individuals, groups, whatever, rewarded for behaviors that are not good, not the right ones? Is there a generic example that you can share?
Company-wide raises.
Company-wide raises. Why would that be, Seth?
Well, especially for those departments that are pushing rates, safety behavior, for those who aren't even putting forth the effort, we're getting the same raises as someone who's trying to bust their tail off and become a leader. And once those future leaders see that the same people aren't putting in forth that they're still getting a raise, that just kills motivation.
That's just like, well, wow, I guess I don't have to change my behavior, and I'm rewarded for that. So you want to make sure that you're rewarding the right behaviors and recognizing. And rewards and recognition, one could say they're two sides of the same coin. Rewards are oftentimes things that are generally not everybody maybe knows about. So it's that pay increase or whatever. That reward goes that way. Whereas recognition is that public recognition. And one of the key things too is understanding, how do your people want to be recognized? Some people like to be, hey, call them up to the front of the room or call them out or whatever. Other people, not so much. Just a simple thank you in your office or whatever is sufficient enough. So you also have to understand that. And lastly, I guess I didn't want to use the red, and that'll highlight it, and I'm not intending to, but the last one is best practices or policies and procedures. Best practices, policies, and procedures. Are your best practices, are your policies and procedures, are they driving the right behavior? Or are they still there supporting the old behavior? Are they keeping up to date? Are you keeping up to date with those changes that you want? Because again, if this is the best practice that you have, the policy, the procedure that you want me to follow, I'm going to follow the existing one. So when you think about wanting to make changes, yeah, you can change the process, you can change the layout, but again, if you're not doing these things here, in some way, shape, or form, odds are you're not going to be able to have that sustainable change. Okay, that's not going to happen there. All right, so 5 drivers of behavior. Live it, love it, learn it, whatever. Okay, that process. Learn it, live it, love it.